Okay, are we ready to start?
Yeah. OK， 我们现在开始了哈。
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, welcome to the today is our fourth session. Okay, and today's session we are going to continue on lifestyle diseases. We're going to talk about challenges in relation to cholesterol. We're going to look at heart disease. Then we're going to look at stroke. And of course, we are also going to look at the big C, cancer, and I will also address some questions that some of you all have posted on the group chat.
OK， 大家好，今天我们将会主要谈一些疾病哈，然后还会回答你们留在那个群里面的这些问题。
Okay, so let's look at the slides. Okay, so we will be looking at the first category that is actually related to what we call cardiovascular disease. Now the word cardiovascular basically means, the word cardio here basically means the heart, okay? Now vascular basically means anything to do with circulation and vessels, okay? And in this topic, we will be looking at conditions related to dyslipidemia, which is challenges with cholesterol, okay? Then we will be also looking at heart attack, and we'll be looking at stroke for this particular section.
OK， 今天我们将会花一点时间来谈关于心血管疾病。心血管疾病，顾名思义就是有关于心脏病、中风，还有任何关于血脂异常，就是所谓的高血脂的这方面的问题。
Okay, so let's start off with dyslipidemia. Okay, and first is the definition of this word called dyslipidemia. Anytime you hear the word dys, okay, starting with this dys, basically it means abnormal. Abnormal, okay. Lipids normally defines what we call cholesterol profiles. Cholesterol comes in a few types, okay. So, but everything is categorized under the word lipids.
好，我们首先要谈的就是所谓的血脂异常哈。如果你在英文里面你看到只要有 dys 来开始的话，就表示这个是属于不正常的情况哈。所以呢，我们今天主要要谈的就是所谓的血脂。血脂里面包括好几种，包括像胆固醇、三酸甘油脂等等。
Okay, so you see the definition here. What is dyslipidemia? Dyslipidemia is an abnormal amount of lipids. Okay, now what comes under the category of lipids? Okay, triglycerides, cholesterol. Sometimes you hear of LDL, HDL, VLDL. They are all different categories of cholesterol. Okay, and we also can consider them under what we call fat phospholipids. Now this is another term that is normally used by people who are nutritionists or on the medical side. Okay, fat phospholipids in the blood. Okay, so these are the categories that we're going to look at.
好，所以今天我们主要要谈关于这个血脂异常哈。那什么叫血脂异常？血脂异常就是我们体内的这些血脂的，通常指的就是所谓的它的是不正常的数量。那里面包括像三酸甘油脂、胆固醇，就是我们俗称的好的胆固醇、坏的胆固醇哈 ，HDL、LDL 跟 VLDL 那还有一些营养学喜欢用的叫做磷脂质的也归类在这个血脂里面。
Okay, and in most of the time, in terms of abnormalities of lipids, okay, we always have a condition called hyperlipidemia. Okay, so hyper basically is talking about levels that are above what it's supposed to be. That means levels that are high. Okay, very seldom do we see individuals that actually have a problem with hypo. You see the word hyper is hyper. It means high. Okay, it means at a higher level. Okay, hypo hypo. If you just see hypo means low. Okay, just like in blood pressure, hypertension means high blood pressure. Hypotension means low blood pressure. So similarly in lipids or in cholesterol, if you see the word hyper, it means higher levels. If you see the word hypo, it means lower levels. And in most conditions, basically abnormalities is actually related to higher levels.
好，所以我们今天主要讲的这个血脂异常哦，通常我们指的都是所谓的高血脂。Hyper 这个字本身指的就是高那如果是低呢，就是 hypo。那一般上来说，就好像你说高血压，我们叫 hypertension； 低血压我们叫 hypotension。可是在这个血脂方面，通常都是高血脂，我们很少看到有所谓的低血脂的。
Okay, so let's look at this diagram here. Okay, now this is a diagram. Okay, where you see. Okay, this is a blood vessel here. Okay, a blood vessel where you see. Okay, blood is actually traveling inside the blood vessel, and some of the things that blood carries. Okay, blood carries many different things. Okay, and some of the things that blood carry is basically what we call cholesterol. And the two most famous cholesterols that blood carry, okay, one is known as HDL. Okay, HDL stands for high density lipoproteins. Sometimes we call it the good cholesterol. Okay, and the other one that it carries is LDL. Okay, it's known as low density lipoprotein. Okay, sometimes also known as the bad cholesterol. Okay, but in general, okay, we cannot actually say there is a bad or a good cholesterol. Okay, both are important as long as they are within their limits. They have their own purpose. Okay, actually, the mere mention of the word HDL and LDL is basically talking about lipoprotein carriers. They are like transporters. Okay, one of it carries the cholesterol from the liver, because our cholesterol, 80% of our cholesterol is made in the liver. It carries the cholesterol from the liver to the cell. There is one transporter, okay, called LDL, from the liver to the cell. And whatever balance in the bloodstream, whatever that is not utilized, okay, is brought back to the liver by HDL. So it's a different transporter. They are basically transporting systems.
好，我们这里你可以看得到这个图里面的这个是一个血管，血管里面就有血在运行哈。那血中呢就含有这个所谓的胆固醇，通常我们指的是所谓的HDL 指的意思就是高密度胆固醇，跟 LDL 指的是低密度胆固醇。我们常常把它俗称为好的胆固醇跟坏的胆固醇。实际上胆固醇并没有所谓的好坏，只要它们的那个数量是在它们的合理的范围之间，都没有所谓的好坏。80%的胆固醇其实都是我们的肝脏所产生的。其实这个所谓的 HDL， 其实它是一个载体，就是它把运送 LDL 本身呢是把这个胆固醇从这个肝脏运输到这个细胞当中，而用剩下的这些胆固醇，就是靠我们的这个高密度胆固醇 HDL 把它从血液当中运送回去肝脏所以实际上来说是没有所谓的好坏之分的。
Okay, so when we talk about cholesterol, most of the time when somebody mentions the word cholesterol, okay, most of the time in our mind we look at it as it is something negative, because why? We have always been trained to consider cholesterol as something that is bad. Okay, this is a mindset and this needs to change. cholesterol keeps us alive. If you don't have cholesterol, you will die. Okay, cholesterol is not our enemy. Okay, there are many healthy people out there, people who are not just healthy but people who live long, who actually have high levels of cholesterol. Okay, now cholesterol will not do you harm as long as it is not oxidized. The problem is this word called oxidation. You remember in the last lecture, we talked about oxidative stress, we talk about free radicals, we talk about inflammation. Now that is the enemy of cholesterol. When cholesterol gets oxidized, that's when it becomes sticky and that's when it becomes heavy. As long as cholesterol is not oxidized, okay, it should not be creating any problems for you.
OK，实际上我们当提到这个胆固醇的这个字眼的时候，在一般人的认知里面，它都是比较负面的。其实这是一个错误的一个观念哦。人们如果要活着，绝对不能够缺少，身体绝对不能够缺少这个胆固醇啊。所以它不是我们的敌人。我们在这个统计数字里面发现有很多活得很健康、活得很长寿的，体内的胆固醇都是比较高的。所以胆固醇本身对人体并不会造成伤害，只要它不被氧化。所以氧化和发炎才是胆固醇最大的敌人。一旦胆固醇被氧化了之后，胆固醇就会变得非常的。它的整个重量就会非常的重，然后它也会变得非常的粘稠。
Okay, and oxidation, a good example that you can remember is word oxidation. Think of something that is rusting. Rusting in Bahasa Malaysia, in Malaysia, is called karat. Okay, so rusting. Oxidation is like rusting. So rusting also happens in the body, and the reason why our body is starting to go through rusting is because we don't have enough antioxidants in the body. So antioxidants are very important to make sure there is no rusting in the body, and antioxidants are very important to protect cholesterol from being oxidized.
好，那当我们要记得这个氧化的时候，我觉得有一个例子非常好的，就是所谓的这个生锈，身体就好像大自然的现象会生锈一样。那为什么我们的身体会生锈呢？主要的问题就是因为我们体内的抗氧化物质不够多，所以如果你的抗氧化够多的话，身体就不会被氧化，也就是身体就不会生锈。
Later, I will teach you about one of the most dangerous rusting agents in the body. Later, when we go into heart disease, heart attack, I will show you one of the dangerous oxidants in the body.
好，待会呢，在课程当中，我会明显的告诉大家，其中一个因子会导致我们身体氧化，就是生锈的这个物质。
Okay, so when you I know many of you all probably would have gone for some basic blood tests where they would have tested your blood sugar and probably even you have done a lipid profile, cholesterol profile. Okay, so when a cholesterol profile is done, these are some of the breakdowns that is actually investigated within a cholesterol profile. Okay, normally they will test what is the level of your HDL, what's the level of your LDL, okay, triglycerides. Okay, so triglycerides sometimes is also known as blood fat. Okay, this is sometimes known as blood fat. Okay, and then they will also measure what is the total cholesterol, and they will compare with what is the specification to see whether your cholesterol is within the limits or whether it's too high. Okay, and based on this, medical doctors will see whether are you normal or do you need medication to control your cholesterol.
好，这个就是我相信在座的各位你们都有去做过一些基本的血液检测，在血液检测里面血脂的检测是其中的一部分，这个就是血脂的部分，大家可以看得到，它通常包括高密度胆固醇、低密度胆固醇、三酸甘油脂跟总胆固醇。那三酸甘油脂呢，就是我们体内所谓的这个我们通称为血脂，就是血里面的脂肪 ，OK。然后除此之外，我们还会测试这个 总胆固醇比上这个高密度胆固醇这样子的一个比例。
So we see this word here called lipoprotein. Okay, now this lipoprotein is the carrier of the cholesterol. Okay, you must remember that blood is basically water. Blood is water based. Okay, what does that mean? That means, do you see oil and water mixing? Is not it doesn't happen. But cholesterol is oil, it's fats. Okay, so cholesterol cannot be traveling in blood on its own. So it will require a transporter. So the word lipoprotein is a transporter. So lipoprotein basically stands for a combination of certain type of fat and protein. So lipoprotein is the carrier of cholesterol that takes it to wherever it's needed and brings it back to the liver.
好，所以我们可以看得到这个字眼叫 lipoprotein。lipoprotein 本身实际上是一个载体啊，因为大家有没有看过油跟水可以混合在一起的？没办法嘛，对不对？那我们的血是什么？我们的血基本上就是水来的，所以呢，而这个胆固醇本身是油脂，所以它是没有办法在我们的血当中运行的，所以它需要这个 lipoprotein。就是所谓的这个我们叫做脂蛋白，这个才能够帮我们的胆固醇运出和运进啊，都是靠这个所谓的脂蛋白。这个所以脂蛋白本身它是一个载体，就好像是一辆车这样的意思，一个交通工具。Okay.
Lipoprotein is like the basket. It's like a basket. Inside this basket is the cholesterol. So it's like a carrier. It's a transporter.
所以这个 lipoprotein 本身，它就好像是一个篮子，里面装的呢就是胆固醇啊，所以它是一个载体来的。
So this also tells you the importance of protein. And you notice that everything that we talk about, protein is so important. Because without protein, I always say next to water, protein is the most important nutrient.
而这个 lipoprotein 本身就是蛋白质，所以你可以看得到，你可以想象得到蛋白质是有多么的重要。其实除了水以外，人体最重要的就是蛋白质。
Okay, so you got this word called hyperlipoproteinemia. Okay, so this one is is a medical term. Okay, and similar meaning with this word called dyslipidemia. Okay, basically what it means is raised or abnormal levels of lipids. So sometimes when doctors write your report, when they do an investigation, okay, if they find that your cholesterol profile is too high and all these kind of things, they will define you as having a problem of dyslipidemia or hyperlipidemia. Okay, and the other thing is this: lipids are insoluble. That means they are not soluble in an aqueous. Aqueous means water solution. Okay, for example, like blood. Okay, that's the reason why, okay, they need to be carried in a separate transporter called lipoproteins.
所以我们可以看得到，我们每一次通称的所谓的血脂异常，指的通常就是指我们在血液里面的这一些脂蛋白太过高了。好，那所以强调一点就是这个血脂本身，因为它是不溶于血液里面的，所以也就是因为这个样子，它需要一个载体 ，OK， 一个承载它的一个物体啊，这个物体就是我们通称的这个lipoprotein。
So remember just now what I told you about lipoprotein? Okay, lipoprotein is like a basket. Inside this lipoprotein basket, you have the cholesterol. So this example of a basket, sometimes medically we also call it a capsule. Okay, and so lipids, which is the cholesterol molecules, are transported in a protein capsule. This is the lipoprotein. Okay, so this is like the basket. Okay, and there are different types of capsules. Okay, depending on which cholesterol they're carrying. That's why you have things like LDL, HDL, VLDL. They're all different types of protein capsules.
好，所以呢，我们刚才再次强调哦，这整个的lipoprotein 本身它就是一个载体，就好像一个篮子一样，里面装的就是这个胆固醇。更直白一点讲的话，它可以被当成是一个胶囊啊。这个血脂呢，在这个蛋白质的胶囊里面被运输来运输去啊。这个因为本身血脂不溶于水的这样子的一个性质。
So cholesterol, many people believe that their cholesterol level in the body depends on what they eat. Okay, you must remember that diet contributes to about 20% of your lipid profile. 80% of your cholesterol is made in your liver. Okay, so and the liver makes the cholesterol, and the baskets, the capsule that we were talking about just now, the lipoproteins, are also made by certain specific cells in the liver. Okay, there are certain types of cells that are basically just making these different capsules. LDL basket, HDL basket, okay, specific cells, and these cells must have normal function. Only then your cholesterol also will be in balance. So it's very dependent on the health of your liver. The liver health decides how well the body can control the levels of cholesterol.
好，所以很多人以为我们体内的胆固醇的这个分量是因为我们的饮食，实际上真正饮食只影响了20%的体内胆固醇的分量，80%的胆固醇都是我们的身体产生的，而这个载体呢，这个胶囊呢，也是由我们肝脏里面的某一些特殊的细胞所产生的，所以整体来说呢。决定你胆固醇的健康的情况，就是它有没有在那个合理的数量里面，完全取决于你肝脏的功能。
Okay, and what is this? The lipid and lipoprotein abnormalities. Okay, they are extremely common. If you ask me, if I do a blood test, which I do a lot for many people. Okay, now 80% of people, the moment we look at lipid profile, okay, they are basically out of spec. That means, and generally it is too high. Okay, so almost 80% of the adult population have what we call imbalance or hyperlipid conditions. Okay, but remember, okay, I told you just now, okay, being high doesn't mean that it's bad. Okay, it's different. Medically, if your cholesterol is high, medical doctors are trained to give you medication to try and bring it down. How to try to bring it down? They give medication to control the function of the liver. You know, personally, okay, for most people, actually, they don't need it. Okay, and the important thing here is this. Okay, we must make sure that the cholesterol is not oxidized. As long as the cholesterol is not oxidized, generally, it should not be giving you any problem. Okay, that is important. But there are some people that genetically or because of really bad lifestyle, okay, their cholesterol is totally out of control. Now, this group of people might require medication to help the body to stabilize, but the medication is not going to cure the problem. You need lifestyle management to help you to control it.
好。其实我跟很多人都做过这个血液检测，我可以说做这些血液检测的人80%以上都有高胆固醇的问题。但是就像我刚才所说的，高不表示坏啊。一般的医生只要看到你的这个胆固醇偏高的话，通常就会利用药物，劝你服食药物来把它降低。可是我的个人的意见是，大部分人其实都不需要这些药物的，因为只要你的胆固醇没有被氧化，就算胆固醇的含量偏高，你是不需要这些药物的。当然有一些情况，尤其是有一些人是属于基因问题造成他体内的这个胆固醇偏高，这种情况底下，这些人就是需要用药物来加以控制的。而除此以外，其他的那些没有面对氧化问题的人呢，实际上是不需要药物来控制胆固醇的。
Okay, so one of the most important things for us to actually do is to make sure that our cholesterol does not get oxidized. Okay, so there are certain what happens when the cholesterol gets oxidized, then it becomes heavy, it becomes sticky, and it causes a condition called atherosclerosis. You see this word here, atherosclerosis. Basically what this means is plaque buildup, hardening of your artery. This is blockage. Okay, that means the vessels are getting blocked. Later I'll show you a diagram. Okay, the idea is to make sure that you don't end up with problems like this. Okay, and remember cholesterol. Okay, you must make sure that your cholesterol is not oxidized, and there are some nutrients in the body that is very important that can help to actually keep the cholesterol levels healthy. One of it is definitely omega-3. Okay, and then you have milk thistle, which is also very good to help the liver regulate the production. Okay, then certain extracts of green tea is also known to help the body stabilize lipid profiles. Okay, vitamin E is another antioxidant that is very, very important, and something that's very, very important to control oxidation, especially in terms of controlling some of the oxidants in the body. Okay, is actually your B group vitamins. The B6, B9, and B12 are very important nutrients to actually keep cholesterol at a healthy levels.
OK， 所以最重要的就是你最重要的一个事情就是你要确保你的身体没有被氧化啊，因为一旦你的身体你的胆固醇被氧化了之后，当氧化的胆固醇就会变得非常的黏腻，变得非常非常的重。这种黏腻的胆固醇就会造成所谓的冠状动脉硬化。所谓的冠状动脉硬化的意思就是这一些血管就会被阻塞。过后，这些阻塞的斑块脱落了之后，就变成所谓的血栓，会阻塞我们的血管。所以，那有一些营养素对于这一些问题的去除是很有帮助的。譬如说像奥美加3鱼油，这个奶蓟 milk ester green tea 绿茶萃取物，维他命 E， 还有很多人没有注意到的就是我们的 B 群，尤其是 B6、B9、B12。对于整个胆固醇和血管的健康是起着不可忽视的一个作用的。
Okay, and so when you look at it, okay, this is what happens when excess cholesterol deposits on cells on the inside walls of the blood vessel. This is the atherosclerosis. Okay, now when will it deposit on the walls of the blood vessel? When the cholesterol is oxidized. If the cholesterol is not oxidized, it will not deposit on the wall. So oxidation makes cholesterol become very sticky. If it is not oxidized, it won't be sticky. Okay, so what happens here is, okay, as the cholesterol gets oxidized and then you have the buildup, so what will happen will be, there will be more and more buildup, and eventually, okay, when that particular block or the plaque, this is the blockage, it ruptures. Ruptures means breaks. There will be a blood clot that will form that can actually decrease the blood flow, and sometimes if this is happening in the heart, this can actually trigger a heart attack. I'm going to show you a diagram after this. The words might not be so clear here in terms of what is happening, but generally this is what happens. Cholesterol gets oxidized. When cholesterol gets oxidized, it will stick to the blood vessel. And when it sticks to the blood vessel, okay, it will form something called plaques. Okay, and these plaques, that plaque means blockage. As the plaque gets bigger and bigger, the plaque eventually sometimes can break. When the plaque breaks, you'll get a blood clot that will form, and this will block the blood flow. And if this blood vessel is in the heart, it will trigger a heart attack. If it's in the brain, it will trigger a stroke.
好，我们来看当过多的这个胆固醇堆积在细胞和血管壁内部，为什么它会堆积形成这个所谓的动脉粥样硬化斑块呢？最主要是因为这个胆固醇被氧化了。如果胆固醇没有被氧化的话，胆固醇本身其实本来是非常滑的，它是不会黏腻的。可是它一旦被氧化了之后，它就非常的黏腻，它就会黏在这个细胞跟血管壁的内部。当这个斑块呢被就是粘在这个管壁的内部之后， 久而久之它就会越来越大块，到有一天这个斑块破裂跟脱落的时候呢，它就会形成血栓，而造成整个血液循环变慢。如果它阻塞在我们的心脏，就变成心脏病；它阻塞在我们的脑里面，就形成中风。等一下我会用一个图来表示给大家看，因为图的这个展示会让大家对于这样子的一个现象更加的清楚。
Okay, so when you look at this diagram, you can see very clearly what is happening. Okay, you see the first one here. This is the blood vessel. This is the inner wall. This is the outer wall. Okay, so this is the blood vessel, and you start to see plaques. These plaques starting to form. Okay, so this can be the oxidized cholesterol. Oxidized cholesterol, it becomes heavy and it becomes sticky. Okay, and it starts to stick to the blood vessel. Okay, and what starts happening after a period of months and years? Okay, the plaque starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, you notice it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and this plaque is not stable. That means it's not strong. Okay, it's still considered quite weak. As it gets bigger and bigger, then you see this piece here. Okay, now what can happen if the person now is stressed up and the blood pressure goes up? See, when somebody is starting to have plaques like this, definitely the person is already suffering from high blood pressure. Because why? Now the blood vessel is no more flexible. Because of this blockage is causing the blood vessel to be very rigid and hard. Okay, as the plaque gets bigger, okay, you notice more than half of the space is already covered by the plaque. And what can happen? This particular area here, okay, this particular area here, let's say breaks. Rupture means breaks. When it breaks here, what can happen? A blood clot can form. When a blood clot forms like this, it can block the entire vessel. The whole vessel now is blocked. That means there is no blood flow or very little blood flow. Okay, this can cause a heart attack. This can cause a stroke. This can cause problems in the lung. Okay, if this happens in the lung, or even if this happens in the kidney or liver, it can actually severely affect the organ. Because why? Lack of blood flow. In fact, this is the #1 cause of a heart attack when this thing happens.
好，我们来看这个图就很明显的给你知道什么叫做血管阻塞啊。你可以看得到，当这一些动脉壁上的这些斑块慢慢形成了之后如果它继续的增加，到最后的时候，当这个斑块形成到一个程度的时候，其实整个血管就开始硬化了。这个时候基本上很多人就已经开始会有血压偏高的一个情况。所以如果有一天这个斑块越走越大，你看到这个情况底下，几乎半个血管都已经被阻塞了。有一天这个斑块到了一定的大小了之后，它可能整个会崩落。当它一脱下来的时候，就所谓的形成血塞在这种情况底下，很明显的整个血管就已经被阻塞了。所以如果它这种情况阻塞的情况开始发生的话，阻塞在心脏就变成心脏病爆发，阻塞在这个头脑就变成中风，甚至有些情况底下它阻塞在肺部，阻塞在肾脏，阻塞在肝脏。就会形成这一些器官的坏死，因为没有血液再流到这一些器官上去，就会形成局部或大部分的这些坏死。
Okay, and some of the risk factors that causes high cholesterol, hyperlipid, high cholesterol levels. Of course, when somebody is overweight and obesity, when your body fat content starts to increase, now there's another challenge. Your lipid levels also might increase, and to make it worse, the lipids can get oxidized. Type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes will cause your cholesterol to go imbalance. Okay, remember I told you the level 1 disease. What is the level 1 disease? Diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol problem. This is level 1 disease. Okay, they are all abang adik. If one come, the other two also will come. Okay, and diabetes normally will start to cause problems with cholesterol imbalances. Okay, now the other one is when somebody has problems with the thyroid. Hypothyroid, that means the thyroid is very weak, cannot produce enough thyroid hormones. This also can create problems. Okay.
好，那有什么原因会造成所谓的血脂异常呢？第一个最普遍的就是所谓的吃肥。你一旦肥胖的情况底下，你的身体的这个体脂肪一定是偏高的。当体脂肪一偏高的时候，很自然的血脂就会偏高。那第二种呢，就是所谓的二型糖尿病。我们之前的课已经讲过了，一旦你患上这个所谓的二型糖尿病的话，其他的高胆固醇啊。所谓的心脏病啊，一切东西都会跟着来的哈。第三个呢，就是我们所谓的老年甲状腺功能低下，这种情况底下就会形成所谓的荷尔蒙失调的问题，也会直接的导致血脂异常。
Okay, the next one is obstructive liver disease. Now, obstructive liver disease causes problems of build-up of sediments or what we call sometimes accumulation of crystals in the liver. It causes obstruction. Okay, in Chinese medicine we call it sandy liver. That means the liver like a lot of sand inside. Okay, so that will cause obstruction. Not enough bile is produced. When not enough bile is produced, it starts to create problems with cholesterol. It starts to create problem with gallstones also. Okay. Now, a very good nutrient to help to minimize these problems is milk thistle and omega-3. Omega-3 and milk thistle helps to minimize problems of liver obstruction. Okay. Then and of course, there's another one called apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar also helps to prevent problems of liver obstruction. Okay. Now, some people genetics. Okay, I do a lot of genetic profiles, DNA testing. Okay, we cannot change our DNA. Some people genetically, okay, they are prone, okay, to have high levels of cholesterol, and if they don't take care of themselves, the cholesterol get oxidized, then they have other problems. Okay, and there are a lot of medications, drugs that are given that also can cause problems with cholesterol. All these are very common drugs. Okay, you have problems. You have drugs related to steroid drugs. Okay, hypertension drugs. Okay, and then what is this? Certain drugs that is used to not just control blood pressure, but certain hormonal drugs, okay, certain thyroid drugs and all these kind of things. All these medications can already start to create problems with your cholesterol profile, triggering problems of hyperlipids. Okay, so medications is another one that we have to be very careful. Okay, and do not self prescribe. Self-prescribe means there are many people out there. Sometimes if there's a problem, they go to the pharmacy and buy medication on their own. Sometimes it can be very dangerous. So be very careful on self-treatment using drugs and all that. Okay, doctors must be involved for that. Okay, you do need medication to control certain conditions. Okay, but over usage and long-term usage of certain drugs can create a lot of imbalance in your body, including imbalance of cholesterol.
好，接下来一个原因就是所谓的阻塞性肝病哈。这种所谓的阻塞性肝病，实际上就是我们的这个肝脏里面有所谓的结晶啊，这种结晶好像沙一样这样子的，然后不够胆汁啊，然后形成所谓的胆石啊，都会造成所谓的这个肝脏阻塞的问题。然后接下来呢，就是所谓的基因的问题，有一些人基因上就会造成他们的天生的胆固醇偏高。那另外的呢，就是所以这种刚才所说的那个阻塞性肝病的问题呢，什么营养素会帮助？就是我们叫 milk 的奶蓟，我们的奥美加3。还有苹果醋啊，都对这个阻塞性的肝病有所帮助。然后还有一个问题就是药物的副作用啊，你在这里所看得到的这些药物都是很普遍的那种药物，包括治疗高血压，有一些是类固醇的药啊，有一些是一些治疗荷尔蒙失调的药啊，有一些是治疗甲状腺的这些药啊，都会造成这个胆固醇偏高，所以我建议大家一旦有什么病的时候，虽然说药 对控制疾病是有帮助的，可是千万不要自己当医生，自己随便的到药房自己去买药，一定要有在医生的建议底下才能够服食这些药物。
And of course, the other one, overconsumption of alcohol. When you consume alcohol too much, then you start to damage your liver, which can also create problems on your cholesterol profile.
还有一个问题呢，就是酒精过量哦。一旦酒精过量的时候呢，就会伤害你的肝脏，同时造成你的血脂异常。
Okay, and complications. Some of the what we call overall complications of hyperlipid problems. Okay, macrovascular means this is in relation to some of the bigger vessels. Okay, bigger systems. Okay, so from chest pain, okay, to heart attack, okay, to stroke, okay, to a whole list of different problems related to heart disease. Okay, this is known as macrovascular complications. Then the second one is microvascular. Micro means basically the very, very small vessels. Okay, and this one normally is the eye, retinopathy. Okay, some people vision loss, that means your eyesight is getting weaker and weaker. Okay, nephropathy, nephrons, that means this is kidney. Okay, kidney vessels are starting to get damaged. Okay, neuropathy is basically in terms of nerves. Okay, so you start to lose sensation. You can't feel. The sense of feeling is becoming weaker and weaker. Okay, so complications of hyperlipid can affect circulatory issues all over the body. So it is a systemic problem. Systemic means it can affect every system in the body.
好，血脂异常的并发症包括什么？第一个我们叫做 macrovascular， 意思就是对于大血管所造成的这一些并发症，其中包括像胸痛、心脏病、中风跟心肌梗塞，然后还有对微血管的所产生的伤害，所以它会造成你说视线受损啊，你的肾脏出现问题啊，手脚失去，就是手脚的神经系统失去知觉，所以它所产生的一个并发症呢是属于全身性的，全身的系统都会受到影响。
Okay, so that is a little bit about the bigger picture of cholesterol and some of the imbalances. Okay, so now let's look at problems in relation to heart attack and stroke. Okay, let's start off with problems linking to heart attack.
好，所以我们接下来先谈谈心脏病啊。
Okay, so definition, what is a heart attack? A heart attack occurs when blood flow to a section of the heart muscle. The heart is a muscular organ, okay? And this muscle must work continuously. This muscle cannot take annual leave. If this muscle take 1 day annual leave, you go on permanent leave. So it must be continuously working. Okay, and what happens is when blood flow to a section of the heart muscle becomes blocked, then the muscle doesn't work because not enough oxygen, and then the person can end up getting a heart attack.
好，什么是心脏病呢？心脏病意思就是当心脏病如果发作时呢，会发生血液流向心脏的肌肉部分被阻挡哈。我们心脏的肌肉是非常非常强壮的。可是它是永远不能够休息的，一旦它休息下来的话，你就是终身休息的了哈。所以这种情况底下，当这些血液不能够回到我们的心脏的时候呢，就会造成所谓的这些心肌就会坏死，而造成心脏病。
Okay, and the word heart attack, okay, there is different names that defines what is a heart attack. Okay, the most popular one is this word called MI, okay, myocardial infarction. Okay, the word myocardial, muscles in the heart, infarct, that means it stops. Okay, so MI, acute myocardial infarction is another one. Okay, acute coronary syndrome, coronary thrombosis. The word thrombosis here can define what we call like a blood clot. Okay, clotting. Okay, coronary thrombosis, coronary occlusion. These are all the different medical terms that sometimes can be used to define what is a heart attack. Heart attack is like a layman term.
什么是心脏病？其实心脏病这个字眼是一般普通民众所了解的。实际上更深的来分的话，它有所谓的心肌梗塞。意思有所谓的心肌梗塞，就是心脏的肌肉开始停顿了，然后有所谓的急性心肌梗死或急性心肌梗塞、急性冠状综合症冠状动脉闭塞、冠状动脉血栓形成，种种的这些形容的都是在不同的部位心脏发生问题，而心脏病是一个统称。
Okay, so when you look at a diagram of what will trigger a heart attack, I notice this is the blood vessel. This is the coronary artery. You see this artery here? Okay, this is all these arteries in the heart here that is supplying the heart muscles. They are known as coronary arteries. Okay, and you notice this particular artery here. Okay, at this particular section, there's a blockage here. Okay, there's a blood clot. All these are plaques. It could be cholesterol, oxidized cholesterol. That the opening is already very small, and then you got a blood clot that came from another part of the body that is traveling, and it gets stuck here. So when it gets stuck at this particular narrowing, what happens is now there is no blood flow. So there's no blood flow to all these blue lines here. You see this blue line here? This is a vessel, blood is not coming. And what starts happening? This particular area of the heart muscle is now slowly dying. You see it's darker color already. It's slowly dying. Okay, and when this starts happening, okay, the heart is no longer able to pump, and the person is now suffering a heart attack.
好，所以我们大家可以从这个图很简便的很简单就可以看得到，这个血管就是我们心脏的动脉血管 ，OK， 所以当这些那你可以看得到里面有这个血栓哈，旁边有这一些在这个血管壁上的这一些呢，就是所谓的我们的那个粘附在血管壁上的这些胆固醇啊、油脂啊之类的。所以如果一旦有一些血栓从其他地方来塞在这个地方的时候呢，它就阻止了血液供应到这个心肌的这个部分，所以你可以看得到这个蓝色的这个部分表示什么？没有血液到达了。那这个部分呢的肌肉就会因为没有血液的供应和跟氧气的供应，这个部分就坏死，很快的时间就形成了，就坏死。然后这个就是最典型的所谓的心脏病爆发。
Okay, this is a diagram. Okay, it's a picture. This is a real heart. This is a real heart of somebody who died, okay, of a heart attack, okay, and during the post-mortem and all these kind of things, when we took the heart out, okay, and you notice this is a coronary artery, you notice this particular area here darkened, this is where the blockage is, okay, the blockage is at this area, and you notice the muscle here, okay, this is the apex of the heart. The apex of the heart is where, okay, the main pumping chamber. Okay, and you notice it's all getting darker in color, it's becoming black in color. The muscle here has died. When the muscle has died here, the heart can no longer pump. Okay, there's no blood flow and oxygen to the body, and the person dies. You see the blood clot there.
这个刚才那个是一个示意图，这个就是真正的一个人的心脏，这是从一个心脏病爆发的人身上所取出来的这个心脏，所以你可以看得到这个黑色的这个部分哦，就是血管阻塞的部分。那这里的血管被阻塞了，所以血液从这里就没办法通到底下，然后底下的这个肌肉大家看得到吗？这个是一个心室，就是主要把血泵出去的一个心的部位。整个肌肉在这边呈现黑色，看到吗？其实就是整个肌肉已经坏死了。这个人就是这样子死于心脏病的。
Okay, so what are the signs and symptoms? Okay, when somebody is getting a heart attack or is already getting a mild attack, okay, a general feeling of discomfort, you feel pressure, heaviness, like somebody is sitting on your chest. You feel very heavy. Okay, pain in the chest, okay, and or on the arm, especially the left hand, you feel a radiating pain below the breastbone. The breastbone is a bone that is just below the collarbone here. Okay, if you look at the collarbone, below that, okay, generally, okay, you feel a pain that is radiating to your left hand, okay, and this pain sometimes can also radiate to the back, to the jaw, okay, or the whole face, the jaw, the throat, okay, not that, okay, and some people they get this feeling of fullness or indigestion. They feel like they're having an indigestion problem that is coming from the abdomen, okay, and some will also get what we call a choking feeling. You feel like something is in your throat and you feel like it's choking, okay, and heartburn is another symptom that some people get. So that is why sometimes some people they are getting a heart attack but they think it's a heartburn reflux problem, okay, because why? The heart and the stomach they are next to each other, they are very close, you know, so sometimes they don't realize they're having a heart attack. They think they're having problems with their stomach, indigestion problem, so must be very careful on this.
所以整个心脏病爆发的迹象跟症状是怎么样呢？第一个就是所谓的胸部的不适应，非常的沉重，好像有人在上面压迫你这样子啊。然后就是包括胸部胸痛的这种现象，主要出现在这个左胸骨以下的部分，甚至整个不舒服的感觉蔓延到我们的背后。然后下巴、喉咙手臂的部分然后有一些人呢就感觉好像很饱胀，就是吃饱很胀的那种感觉好像消化不良，然后感觉好像有那种窒息的，快要呼吸不到的那种感觉，甚至有一种感觉就是所谓的以为是胃酸倒流的现象因为胃酸倒流，因为胃跟这个心脏的部位很接近所以感觉上好像胃酸倒流烫伤食道的感觉，可实际上这个是心脏病爆发的一种现象来的。
Okay, some of the other symptoms also cold sweats. You know, the person can be in an aircon area. Okay, for everybody else it might be very cool, but the person is sweating. Okay, some people have nausea, the feeling of vomiting. Some will get dizziness, they feel dizzy. Okay, and weakness is a common symptom. They feel like they got no energy. Okay, shortness of breath, they're grasping for breath, you know, like they cannot breathe properly. Okay, and irregular heartbeats. Okay, arrhythmia. Okay, the heartbeat can go fast, can go slow. Okay, you know, so all this, okay, are some of the symptoms that a person is actually getting a heart attack.
还有一些现象，包括像出汗，尤其是那种冷的情况底下出汗，可能在空调冷气房里面，结果他却一直不断的在出汗，然后感觉很恶心，想要呕吐、头晕，然后最普遍的一种现象就是极度的疲劳，感觉很累，然后焦虑、呼吸急促、心跳快速或是不规则，这些都是心脏病爆发的一种迹象与症状。
Okay, so the pain, you see the heart here. Okay, this is the heart. Okay, and the pain is actually now moving towards the left side of the body. So it is the left hand, pain radiating down the left arm. Okay, so when you see pain that is going down the left arm and you feel that this whole left hand is feeling a very sharp pain and there's no strength. Okay, so generally it might be an indication of a heart attack. Okay, and very common is what we call cold sweats. Cold sweats and chest pain, very common symptoms.
Okay, 所以大家可以从这个图里面看得到当这个心脏阻塞的现象开始发生的时候，整个头痛就会从心脏慢慢延伸到整个左背膀的地方所以一旦有这样的情况发生的时候，要特别的注意。那一般更普遍的现象就是所谓的cold sweating， 就是冒冷汗的现象出现。
Okay, and who is at risk? Okay, who is at a higher risk of a heart attack? Okay, so these are some of the conditions that might represent the risk factors. Okay, somebody who smokes, consumption of alcohol, drug abuse. Okay, as the person gets older because of lifestyle mismanagement. Okay, this can also create a problem. Gender. Okay, below the age of 50, okay, males have a higher risk of heart attack below the age of 50. But after the age of 50, when a female goes through menstruation, okay, when they are already going completing their menstruation and starting menopause, okay, now the risk between a male and a female can be almost equal, or sometimes the risk for the female is even higher, okay, after the age of 50 years, okay. Now, stress is another big contributor because stress hormones, okay. Sometimes your cholesterol can be normal, everything can be normal, but because when you're stressed up, your blood pressure can go up suddenly, and stress hormones can cause your blood vessels to collapse, okay, and that can cause a heart attack. High blood pressure is a big risk factor for both heart attack and stroke, okay. High cholesterol, especially when the cholesterol is oxidized. You must make sure the cholesterol is not oxidized. This is very important. Okay. I will give you an indication to let you know about this later. Okay. But just to let you know, okay, sometimes up to 70% of people that get heart attack, sometimes their cholesterol level is not to consider to say it's very high. Okay. It's still moderate to high. Okay. But why do they get a heart attack? Because why? Their cholesterol is very oxidized. So the problem is not the cholesterol, but it's because of the oxidation. And what causes oxidation? Lack of antioxidants. That is the main reason that causes problem with cholesterol. Okay. Obesity is another big risk factor. Okay. That is why it's very important to be within your own weight range. Okay. And to make sure that you have enough muscle. Okay. Obesity is not just about being thin. If you are thin and you don't have enough muscle, and you have too much body fat, is still considered obese. Obesity is defined by body fat. When you got too much of body fat, okay, that's when the risk goes up. Okay, family history is genetics. Okay, genetics play about a 20-25% role, okay, to increase your risk of heart disease. So all these are some of the risk factors.
好，我们来看一下谁是有最高风险在这个得到这个心脏病的。第一个就是抽烟哦，然后第二个就是酒精过量的酒精使用，还有滥用药物。年龄年龄也是一个问题。性别一般上来说，如果在50岁以下男性比女性更容易罹患这个心脏病。可是，在50岁以上之后，尤其是更年期以后的女性他们罹患这个心脏病的几率，实际上追得上男性，甚至比男性还要高。然后接下来我们讲的就是所谓的压力有一些人体内的血脂是正常的，可是因为压力的关系，造成压力荷尔蒙飙高。压力荷尔蒙一飙高的时候呢，就会让我们的血管收缩然后这种情况底下，也有可能造成血压忽然上升，而造成中风或是心脏病。然后高血压那一天我们已经讲过了，高血压是造成心脏病跟中风的主要元素。还有就是所谓的高胆固醇。高胆固醇我们刚才已经说过了，胆固醇高不是主要的问题，主要是如果你的胆固醇被氧化。那为什么你的胆固醇会被氧化呢？因为你体内缺乏这个抗氧化剂。其实我们的临床个案里面，70%以上的这些心脏病爆发的人都是他们的血脂并没有特别高，而是普通一般的水准而已所以氧化才是主要的问题然后还有肥胖肥胖主要的一个问题不是因为你的脂肪很高，更大的一个原因就是你体内的肌肉太少。OK， 然后最后呢就是家族史。可是家族史所造成的原因大概只占了20%到25%这样子。
Okay, and what is this? The risk factors here for heart attack is same with the risk factors for stroke. The same. If it is a problem that affects the heart, it's called a heart attack. If it's a problem that attacks the brain, it's called a stroke. Okay, so it's either a heart attack or a brain attack. The risk factor is the same.
而这个风险因素对于这个心脏病来说是同样的中风的风险因素是一模一样的。
Okay, so remember the blockage if it happens in the heart is a heart attack. The blockage if it happens in the brain is called a stroke. A stroke is also called a brain attack.
所以呢，主要看这个血管阻塞是发生在心脏，就是心脏病；血管阻塞发生在脑部，就是所谓的中风。而中风也被称为是对这叫做对心脏对这个脑部的一个attack， 意思就是攻击啦。
Okay, so some of the investigation, the diagnosis, okay, based on the symptoms when they are taken to a medical facility, okay, now what will be some of the investigations that are done and all these kind of things, okay, one of it is a EKG, okay, electrocardiogram, okay, so this is like putting some probes on your heart, okay, and looking at the heart rhythm. Blood test is also done to look at certain enzymes. If you get a heart attack, there will be certain enzymes that will be found in the blood that normally should not be there. Okay, then some imaging or ultrasound investigations. Coronary means related to the heart. Okay, angiography. Okay, so it could be based on ultrasound. Okay, or sometimes more advanced investigation. This is investigations. Okay, but when a person is already getting a heart attack, okay, the moment they are brought to the hospital, okay, or to the medical facility, the doctors will try resuscitation to stabilize the heart. Okay, so all these investigations can be done. Okay, sometimes when the person has got symptoms, okay, going for checkup and all that. But it's different when the person gets a heart attack. When they get a heart attack, when they brought to the hospital, immediately the function of the doctor is to actually try to stabilize the heart. OK，
我们来看呢，基本上来说，如果你一旦有怀疑有心脏病的话，我们是做什么样的检测的？第一个最明显的就是所谓的心电图啊，做你的这个心电图。然后第二个就是血液检测，一般有一些特殊的酵素是不应该出现在你的血液里面的。如果一旦出现在你的血液里面，就表示你有心脏病的问题了。然后另外一个就是血管造影哈，所以一般上来说，当你如果真的是心脏病爆发，一去到医院的时候，医生最主要做的事情就是先让你的整个心脏病的情况能够稳定下来。OK。
EKG and ECG, they are the same. Sometimes you see some books they will put the EKG, sometimes you see ECG. Okay, so they are basically the same. They are just checking for the rhythms of the heart. They connect some probes to the chest and they will look at the screen to see the rhythms and then they get a printout. When the doctor looks at the printout, they can see whether is the heart functioning normally or not.
EKG 跟 ECG 其实都是心电图啊，主要是当这个在做的时候呢，他们会把那个诊测仪器放在你的心脏那一边，然后根据那个图印出来的，看你整个心电图的波动是不是正常的。
Okay, now in terms of treatment, okay, early treatment can prevent or limit damage to the heart muscle. Some of them, okay, we must always remember, okay, when you talk about heart disease, okay, a heart attack doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, okay. It normally starts off with problems with diabetes, problems with hypertension, problems with dyslipidemia. After some time, okay, if it is not taken care properly, then the heart starts to get affected. Okay, so that is why it's very important to monitor your condition. Monitoring is very, very important. Okay, lifestyle disease, okay, cannot happen overnight. Okay, there's a time frame where it starts to actually slowly get worse until the time it can become life-threatening. Okay, so it's very important to actually be in a preventive lifestyle. Some people might require medication to keep their cardiovascular system under control. Okay, some of this medication, okay, is able to actually prevent, okay, or limit the damage to the heart muscle. Okay, medications can do it, but you must always remember, medications is not curative. That means basically medications is there to help to control the symptoms. Okay, you want to help to reverse the condition, you need lifestyle intervention. Okay, so some of these medications that is used, okay, in terms of when somebody got mild symptoms. Let's say they go for a checkup. Let's say they go for an angiogram. An angiogram is an imaging of the heart, and the doctor finds out that the vessel got 40% blocked, 50% blocked. They can be given certain medications, certain medicines, okay, that can slowly help to open the vessel, or they will go through certain procedures to open up blocked arteries. One of it that is very, very famous today is called the stenting process, stents, where they put a metal scaffold, metal netting into the blood vessel to open up. Sometimes we also call it ballooning, okay, to open up the vessel. All this is treatment. That means there is already a lot of damage. Okay, the medical procedure is just trying to improve the condition. Okay, later I'll talk about some of the nutrients that can actually protect the heart to actually prevent this from happening.
好，我们来看哈，这个我们讲早期治疗是可以防止或把伤害能够减低下来的哈。一般上来说，如果你一旦有这个所谓的心脏病的问题发生的时候，医生都会给通过一些检测，比如说像一个叫做angiogram， 就是所谓的那种刺穿的方式，一个导管进入你的从这个血管里面进入你的心脏里面去了解你整个心脏的情况，到底是40%啊、50%啊，还是其他程度的这个阻塞的情况，然后呢可以帮你把这个阻塞的这个阻塞的部分血栓来通，或是用这个我们叫做 stem， 就是一个好像一个金属类的东西来撑开你整个的那个血管。不过我要想这边强调的意思是说，这种心脏病的发生绝对不是一朝一夕的，都是经过很长的时间你的不良的这个生活习惯所造成的。所有的慢性疾病都不是一朝一夕所造成的。Okay,
very important message. If the person does not change their lifestyle, even if they are on the best of treatment, the problem will come back.
所以我这边特别强调了，如果这个人不改变他的这个生活习惯的话，就算他经过了这些治疗了之后，问题还是会倒回来的。
You know, one of the very important nutrient, okay, there's a few, but one of it that protects the heart, especially when a person gets a heart attack. When somebody gets a heart attack, if the heart completely stops, then it's very dangerous because within a short period of time, the person will die. Okay? So if the heart can still beat, that means the heart is still beating, but it is irregular, but it is still beating. That means there is still blood circulation in the body. Now that is important. Now one of the nutrients that has been proven to keep the heart beating even in an event of a heart attack is omega-3. Omega-3 is very good to keep the heart beating. You know, it will do its best to keep the heart beating and prevent the heart from stopping. And there's a lot of research that has been done, okay, that shows that when somebody is consistently taking omega-3 through diet or through supplementation, when there's enough omega-3 in circulation, it protects the heart by ensuring that the heart muscles continue to beat even during a heart attack, and that is very important to save a life.
OK， 我们讲说这个心脏病一旦爆发的时候呢，我们最担心的就是心脏停止跳动。一旦心脏停止跳动，很短的时间内，这个人就会死亡的了。所以，如果这个心脏在心脏病爆发的时候还可以跳动的话呢，这个人存活的几率就很高。那有一种营养素呢，就是奥美加3，它最大的作用呢，就是能够让病人，就算心脏病爆发的时候呢，这个心脏还能够跳动。所以统计数字显示，有长期服食奥美加3的人呢，当心脏病爆发的时候呢，还能够让这个心脏继续跳动，而救了一命。
Okay. This particular slide is a very, very important slide to show that this is probably one of the earliest indicators of a heart problem and a brain problem. Okay, now this word homocysteine. Homocysteine is a type of protein. It's a bad protein. This protein is a waste material. That means it's a byproduct that is produced by the body when our body uses certain amino acids. Okay, good amino acids when the body uses, sometimes they got waste product, and one of the waste product is called homocysteine. It's a protein, but this protein must be removed from the body or must be converted. So normally what the body will do is when we consume food, okay, when we consume food, we consume proteins. Our proteins come from meat, our protein come from egg and dairy products. Okay. Now this is normal, and we can also be getting proteins from protein powders. Okay. Now when we consume, our digestive system will break down the proteins, okay, from our stomach and our enzyme, okay, and it will separate it down to amino acids. Okay, when it breaks it down to amino acid, now one of the amino acid that is very important, it's an essential, that means it's a very important amino acid that the body cannot make on its own. It must come from your diet or through protein powders. Okay, it's called methionine. Very, very important. When the body cells uses methionine for process, okay, what will happen is one of the byproduct, the waste material, is called homocysteine. Okay, now the body has its own mechanisms how it handles homocysteine. Okay, now extra homocysteine, when the homocysteine level is going up, the body combines homocysteine with vitamin B6. This is vitamin B6, and homocysteine is neutralized and removed from the body through urination. This is one way. Now, if the body is lacking of proteins, what will happen is this homocysteine can be converted back to methionine, okay? But in order to convert homocysteine back to methionine, the body will need two different types of B vitamin. Folic acid, which is your vitamin B9, and vitamin B12, methylcobalamin. Okay? This B9 and B12 combined with homocysteine will convert it back to methionine. That means recycling back, and the body now can reuse back this methionine. So the body is very good in recycling. Okay, so there's two ways that the body controls homocysteine. Now, the biggest problem is when there is not enough vitamin B in the body, when there's not enough vitamin B6, when there is not enough vitamin B9 and B12 in the body, what is going to happen? The homocysteine levels will start to increase. When the homocysteine levels in the blood start to increase, this homocysteine will now start to attack the blood vessel. It will cause injury on the blood vessel. And when the blood vessel becomes injured, what will happen is slowly this blood vessel will start to harden, damages blood vessel lining, okay? And this particular area will start to form blockage. Earlier, remember we saw the cholesterol blockage. Because of the injury, more and more oxidized cholesterol will also accumulate in this area, and this vessel will become narrower and narrower. That means it will become smaller and smaller, and eventually, if a blockage happens, a heart attack happens. So one of the earliest indicator of vascular problem is when your body's homocysteine levels start to increase. That is very, very important.
好，我们大家来看这个图哦，这个图是非常非常重要的哦，你要记下来。这个图可以说是我们身体的这个血管受损的最先开始的情况。我们来看，我们有一个身体会有一个东西叫做同型半甘氨酸哦。我们来看它是怎么产生的。首先，我们的膳食蛋白，我们吃了这些膳食蛋白，这些膳食蛋白可能来自肉类、蛋或乳制品。当我们这些膳食蛋白被身体所消化之后，它分解成其中一种必需氨基酸，就是叫蛋氨酸。OK， 当这个蛋氨酸的它在分解的过程当中，会形成一种我们叫做一种废物，或者叫副产品，叫做同型半甘氨酸。同型半甘氨酸是一个不好的蛋白质，这种不好的蛋白质必须经过我们身体的 V6。可以排除到我们的尿液当中，通过尿液排出体外， 或是它经过我们身体的 B12，或是叶酸，叶酸也是 B9啊，它可以循环回去变成蛋氨酸。可是最糟糕的就是当我们的身体缺乏这一些 B 群的营养素的时候，同型半苷氨酸的剂量在我们体内就会升高，而这个高水平的同型半苷氨酸就会损害我们血管内层的这个细胞。当血管内层的细胞一被受损的情况底下，身体就会利用我们身体的胆固醇来加以修补，尤其是一些被氧化的胆固醇，因为粘稠的关系，它就会粘附在这个地方，促使整个的斑块形成，到最后每一天一直不断的形成，最后整个血管就缩小，乃至于形成所谓的血管阻塞的问题啊。所以这是整个同型半苷氨酸对血管造成伤害的一个示意图。
Okay, so it's very important, and this homocysteine, when we talk about homocysteine, okay, normal medical checkup, okay, very few doctors actually will check the homocysteine level of the body, okay, and this is very important because why? Homocysteine level when it starts to go is one of the earliest indicator to vascular problems, so it's very, very important to check. The Sunday class, I will talk about preventive screening. Why it's so important to know what is happening in the body. Your body cannot be okay today, tomorrow not okay, cannot. Okay, it takes time for a lifestyle disease to build up, but the body is sending out signals. We must be able to recognize the signals and do something about it. Very important. And when the signals are early, when your organs are still working well, there's no problems with your organs, you don't need any drugs. All you need is lifestyle intervention, and a big part of lifestyle is in terms of nutrition, from your diet and from the usage of nutritional supplements. Okay, this is using evidence to help somebody to prevent a lifestyle disease.
好，这个同型半苷氨酸在一般我们所做的这个血液检测里面是很少被检测的哈。可是这个呢，这个指标却是我们血管开始受损的最先开始的一种症状。所以呢，慢性病绝对不会是今天你检测身体你没有问题，然后明天你就被发现有问题，它不可能是这么快形成的。所以这种情况底下呢，我在来临的这个星期天就会在我们的课程里面提到关于这样子的这种指标啊，所以大家一定要从我们的这一些早期的这指标当中去了解到身体的这个情况。当我们的这个器官还是健康的时候呢，就加以来防范这些问题。
Okay, so when we talk about some of the things that is important in regards to prevention, okay, of course, in terms of nutritional control, okay, eat your fruits and vegetables because they are very rich in antioxidants. Okay, we might not be getting enough nutrients. Okay, that's where your nutritional supplements support. So just now you already saw, I already indicated, okay, the importance of omega-3, the importance of vitamin E, the importance of milk thistle, the importance of your B vitamins. They are all very, very important to help the different systems in the body related to their cardiovascular system to actually remain healthy. Very important. You need to be very serious about keeping your weight in a proper range. Very important, because if you're overweight or obese, the risk is higher. Okay. If you have a habit of smoking, I will just tell you one thing: stop it. Okay. If you have a habit of taking alcohol, reduce it. Okay. Take it in moderation. Don't take too much. Okay. But smoking, stop. This one is very dangerous. Okay. Then you must be physically active. Okay, when you are physically active, you are actually exercising your heart muscle, your blood circulation. Okay, that is very, very important. It's called cardiorespiratory exercises. Okay, and when you engage, for example, even brisk walking, when you walk, okay, 3,000, 4,000 steps, try to walk a little bit faster. Your heart is getting a good workout. That is very important.
OK， 我们来看预防心脏病的健康生活方式。我们常讲的 其实任何的这一些都是跟我们的生活习惯是有关系的啊，所以每一天要吃的这些植物里面多摄取多的这个健康的这个水果跟蔬菜，吃一些低脂的这些食物，然后减少你的盐的摄取，而且如果你有超重的话，你一定要减肥，然后从植物当中，或是从我们的这个营养补充品当中补充足够的一些营养素，尤其是像 omega 3、维他命 E 这些奶基 milk taste 这些对我们的这个心脏的这个健康都是很重要的。如果你有抽烟，我建议你戒烟；如果你有喝酒，我建议你减少分量。然后记得你一定要进行所谓的体能活动，尤其是一些有氧运动，能够帮助你的这个心脏的运动，哪怕是每一天步行3000步以上，这一些对你的心脏的健康都是有帮助的。
How much dose to take in terms of certain nutrients? Like what is the advisable dose of vitamin C, vitamin E? Okay, how much of omega to take in terms of EPA, DHA ratios, and all these kind of things? I will teach you that on Sunday class. What is the proper dosage?
而至于这些营养素的适当分量应该是多少呢？包括多少的 omega 3啊，多少的EPA、DHA 啊，然后多少的维他命 E， 多少的维他命 C， 我将在这个来临的星期天告诉大家。
Okay, and remember level 1 disease. Level 1 disease is problems with diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol problem. Now, if anybody has these problems, they must take care of these conditions very well. If they don't control those conditions, then you're going to have a problem with your vascular system. Vascular system means you're going to have a problem with your heart and your brain. Okay, so as long as you control diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol, the chances of having a cardiovascular problem is actually very low. Okay, so the most important thing is to control diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol problem. This is the most important thing.
所以最重要的是你要控制你身体的血糖、血脂这个血压啊，这样你罹患这个心脏病、中风的几率就会大大的减少。
Okay, so heart attack and brain attack. Brain attack is stroke. Okay, they are very similar in almost every angle. The only difference is one attacks the heart, one attacks the brain, depending where is the attack. The cause of it is very, very similar. Okay, so let's look at what we call brain attack, which is basically a stroke.
这个心脏病跟这个中风实际上的成因是非常像的，只是一个是发生在脑部，一个发生在心脏，其他的各方面的因素都是非常接近的。
Okay, so when we talk about a stroke, okay, what is a stroke? A stroke occurs when blood supply to your brain. Just like how blood is going to the heart and supplying the heart muscles, blood must also go to the brain to support all the cells in the brain. Okay, so what can happen here? If let's say this vessel here, look for an example, this vessel here that is supplying the brain, okay, and there's a blockage here. Okay, now when there's a blockage, okay, on your carotid artery, okay, or what happens here is the blood supply to the brain is now affected. You see this bluish color in the brain here. This particular cells in the brain here is not getting enough oxygen. Okay, and when they are not getting enough oxygen, what can happen? Okay, these particular cells in the brain will slowly start to die. Okay, now this one, okay, is an example of a stroke. That means the brain tissue is not getting enough oxygen and nutrients. Okay, how long does the brain have? Okay, before the damages can be permanent? Only a few minutes. Okay, I would say that if the heart stops pumping, okay, the brain has got maybe only 5 minutes. Okay, after that you already get permanent brain damage. So it's very, very important to make sure that your circulatory system, okay, is working properly. Okay, we cannot be in a situation where blood supply stops. When blood supply stops, that particular area, the cells will die, and when it dies, it is a permanent damage.
好，我们来看呢、这个就是所谓的中风的一个现象啊。我们从这个图里面可以看得到，当脑部的血液供应一部分被中断或严重的减少的时候，尤其我们看得到这一部分的这个阻塞啊，发生在这个颈动脉的这个地方啊。只要这一边被阻塞了之后，这个血液没有办法供应到我们的脑部，你可以看得到这整个部分变颜色吗？这个部分就是所谓的脑细胞坏死，需要多少时间呢？5分钟以内，就5分钟，这个没有办法供应这个营养素跟这个氧气去到我们这个脑部，就会形成永久性的这个伤害啊，非常非常的快的啊，所以只要几分钟就开始脑细胞就开始死亡了。
Okay, so later we will look at it. Basically, 2 types of stroke. Okay, but if you look at this picture here, you notice that this vessel here, okay, this is a good healthy vessel. Okay, you see that the opening is big, the supply is good. But when the vessel starts to narrow, there's a blockage here. This blockage can be caused by oxidized cholesterol. Okay, and now it's very narrow. And when it's narrow, this particular area here can get blocked, or something can break off from this area and travel up to the brain and get stuck in the smaller vessel. Okay, so both of these can actually create problems. So there's many different ways that the oxygen supply to the brain can actually get disrupted, and it can cause a stroke.
OK， 所以我们可以从这个图里面看到基本上来说，这个是健康的这个颈动脉。这个就已经是被阻塞变狭窄的这个颈动脉哈，所以呢，基本上来说，中风等一下我们会谈到，基本上分2种，所以你可以看得到，这个阻塞发生在这里，或是这里被破坏了之后，然后有一些阻塞物循着这个血管往上，到最后的时候阻塞在上面，一样的到最后就是造成所谓的中风。
Okay, generally when somebody gets a heart attack, okay, it is painful because the muscle is dying, painful, so they feel a lot of pain in their chest for a heart attack. But when somebody is getting a stroke, okay, sometimes there's no feeling at all. Okay, it's just like they're going numb without any feelings, okay, and slowly they're losing consciousness or they're losing ability to control their body.
通常如果一旦是心脏病爆发的时候呢，我们的胸口的部分会非常非常的疼痛。可是如果是发生在脑部的中风呢，一般情况底下是没有任何的感觉的。这个人会就开始失去意识，然后开始觉得全身麻痹，然后甚至是对身体的控制完全失去知觉了。
So some of the symptoms, okay, is very common is numbness, weakness, paralysis. Okay, you notice that somebody who is actually getting a stroke, sometimes one side of their body, they feel that they are totally got no strength, very weak already. Okay, and they will have difficulty speaking. And even if they try to speak, you cannot recognize because they're slurring. They're just slurring. You don't understand the words that is coming out from their mouth. Okay, and these people also can have problems where their vision is very blurred. They will not be able to see properly suddenly. These are some of the signs and symptoms of somebody who's getting a stroke.
OK， 有一些迹象跟症状是在这个中风的时候会发生的，譬如说你的脸手臂或腿突然麻痹、没有力，或是瘫痪，通常是一边的，然后或者你突然会说话很困难，或是别人没有办法理解你到底在说什么，或是你忽然之间整个视觉模糊，然后整个视觉变弱，看不清楚东西。
Okay, and some other symptoms also dizziness, loss of balance. They can't stand. Okay, they have no strength on their almost half the body. No coordination. That means they even if they try to stand, they will fall. Okay, and sometimes it could be a severe headache. Okay, and generally some of them will also have this feeling of vomiting, okay, and pain in the neck area, okay, and they are always in a form of confusion, okay, they are very confused what is actually happening. All these are some of the other symptoms that also can be present when somebody is getting stroke.
还有一些现象，包括什么突然的头晕啊、丧失平衡啊，你没有办法站得很好啊，然后忽然很严重的头痛啊，然后脖子很僵硬、脸部疼痛、呕吐，或是失去意识，然后意识很混乱，或是记忆力减退等等，都可能是中风的迹象。
Okay, now these are common symptoms, but there are a big percentage of individuals who have a high risk of stroke that they, before getting the big stroke, sometimes they will get something called a temporary stroke. They might get the symptoms, okay, they might feel uncomfortable, but it's only for a short period of time and they're back to normal within 24 hours, okay. This particular statement called transient ischemic attack, TIA, is also sometimes a temporary interruption, okay, temporary interruption of blood to the brain, okay. This is what we call a temporary stroke, and most of the time within 24 hours the person is back to normal, okay. Now if somebody gets this, okay, it's a warning, okay, it's a warning that this person must now be thorough in getting a checkup properly and go through whatever treatment that is required, because most of the time when a person gets a temporary stroke, the big one will come after that. Okay, this is a warning. Okay, even though you're back to normal within 24 hours, you have to be very careful because the big permanent stroke might come after that. We call it a full-blown stroke may follow.
OK， 有一种现象啊，叫做短暂性的脑缺血。这种是一种暂时性的，它会中断了那个脑大部分的这个血液。通常这种现象呢，可以持续几分钟到24小时，然后就消失了，然后没有留下明显的永久性影响。可是这种情况一旦发生，等于是给你的身体一个非常大的一个警示了，显示严重的这个中风将可能在不久的将来到来。
Okay, so remember just now, okay, there were a few signs and symptoms of somebody that is getting stroke, okay. So if we categorize, one of the common ones is weakness. One side of the body is weak. They might be able to carry one hand, the other hand cannot carry, okay. The person will be having trouble walking, okay, and trouble speaking and trouble seeing. These are some of the most common symptoms that you will see when somebody is getting a stroke.
这些迹象包括我们讲的，就是一边麻木啊、行走困难啊、说话困难啊、视觉困难啊，这一些都是我们大家要注意的中风的迹象跟症状。
Okay, and remember just now I was telling you that there is two types of stroke. Okay, one is called an ischemic stroke. Ischemic means blockage. Just like ischemic heart attack, blockage. And ischemic stroke, you see here, there's a blood clot. Okay, the blood cannot travel on the vessel. When the blood cannot travel in the vessel, this whole area of the brain is affected because no oxygen, and the cells in this area will die. Okay, so this is called an ischemic stroke caused by a blockage. There's another one that is caused by, it's called a hemorrhagic stroke. Hemorrhagic stroke is when the blood vessel bursts. People with high blood pressure, hypertension, because the blood pressure is too high, they can get a hemorrhagic stroke. Okay, hemorrhagic stroke is when the blood vessel bursts and the blood is now leaking into the blood into the brain area. So the whole brain area here is now overflowing with blood. This is called a hemorrhagic stroke, and hemorrhagic stroke is most likely for somebody that is having problem with high blood pressure.
OK， 基本上来说，脑中风分两种，一种叫血栓性脑中风，这种呢就是我们可以看得到的，就是我们的这个血栓堵塞在脑动脉，那个血流没有办法通过，造成脑缺血啊、缺氧啊， 然后最后造成瘫痪这种情况，造成瘫痪或是语言的这个障碍。那另外一种叫做出血性的脑中风，就是发生于脑血管破裂，就是你可以看得到整个就是脑里面的血管破裂，所以血液布满了整个脑腔里面，造成颅内的高压 ，OK， 然后危及生命，然后通常这种痊愈就比较难了的。然后一般上来说，这种情况会发生，就是这个人一般都有所谓的高血压的情况。
Okay, another one, hemorrhagic stroke. You see here, hemorrhagic means basically blood vessel burst. When blood vessel bursts, you see all this is blood pressing against the brain tissue. That whole area now, all the brain cells here, all is already affected already.
然后这个图就更加的明显了。一旦这个脑血管破裂的话呢，这个整个里面都布满了所有的这些血液这叫出血性脑中风。
Okay, so risk factor very similar with heart attack. You notice that all the same conditions, all the same risk factors. Okay, that is also affecting the person from smoking to alcohol to drug abuse to increase in age, gender, stress level, hypertension, high cholesterol, obesity, family history. Same risk factor. Heart attack and brain attack got the same risk factor.
所以谁会有风险呢？你可以看得到这些所谓的风险因素跟心脏病的风险因素是几乎是一模一样的。
Okay, so remember I told you about the TIA, temporary ischemic attack. This is a temporary stroke. If somebody gets this and after that they feel better, it doesn't mean they are okay. This is actually God giving them a second chance. Better go and get medical help right away. The person needs to go and get medical attention. Okay, every minute is important in treating a stroke. Very important. Okay, we say that time is brain. That means the more time you waste, the more brain cells are going to die. So it's very, very important.
OK， 所以什么时候应该就医呢？尤其是当你有这种 TIA 现象的时候呢，你要马上寻求医疗的帮助，因为你如果有这种所谓的TIA 的现象呢，其实是表示上帝给你第二次的机会了。所以当有这种情况发生的时候，分秒必争啊！不要看那个症状和就是说看到这个症状已经消失了，然后就不去看医生。这个时候时间拖得越长，越容易造成更大的损害跟潜在的这个残障的问题出现。
So you must always remember, somebody that is affected by stroke, we must act fast. We must be very fast. What does this word fast stand for? Okay, it will tell us. F is facial weakness. You see the face, sometimes the mouth, one side is hanging down, drooping down. Okay, it's not in balance. The whole face is not in balance. Quickly you can check arm weakness. Ask the person to carry the hand. Okay, sometimes can carry one hand, the other hand cannot carry. Okay, ask the person to talk. Okay, if the person is talking but you cannot recognize, you cannot understand the words and all that, this is another indicator. And time is very important. Time is brain. So FAST, must be fast to confirm and get medical help fast.
大家可以看到，一旦发生这种现象的时候你就要马上知道，就是要快 fast 是4个英文字母，代表了4种现象。第一个就是他整个 facial weakness， 意思就是说他可能整个的那个嘴已经歪掉了这是一种现象。第二个，你叫对方把手拿起来，可能2个手都拿不起来，或者其中一只手拿不起来，然后你叫他讲一个完整的字句给你，他可能已经开始讲话有问题了。OK， 这个都是中风的现象。然后第4个，时间是最宝贵的，赶快采取行动，送医。
Okay, so with a stroke, time loss is brain loss. The more time that is delayed, okay, the more part of the brain will get damaged. So very important, must be fast.
OK，对于中风来说，时间的损失就是脑袋的损失。你慢1秒钟，你的大脑的损害就多1分。
Okay, so stroke can damage the brain, can affect the whole body. Some people that get a stroke, you notice that some people cannot walk, some people cannot talk, some people cannot hear, some people's eyesight is affected. Okay, it depends which part of the brain is affected.
一旦中风的话呢，它会损害身体的各个，都可能造成各个部位的损害。有一些人是身体某个部位不能够动，有一些人是眼睛视觉受到影响啊，各种各样的甚至有些人是说话，有些人是情感，有些人是思考问题。OK。
Okay, and if you look at the brain, the different parts of the brain controls different action in the body. Okay, we have the top part of the brain, the conscious cerebrum here. Okay, the brain stem. Okay, cerebral. Normally, if anything happens to this part here, the brain stem, let's say caused by an accident or injury. Okay, brain stem is very likely the person will die. Injury here means sure die already. Brain stem, because why? The breathing is affected, heartbeat is affected. It's controlled from the brain stem. But when somebody gets a stroke, depending where is the damage, if the damage is here, movement problem. Okay, some places speech cannot talk properly. Some places cannot smell. This area cannot smell. Okay, some places cannot hear. If this place here get affected, hearing is affected. Visual. So depending which particular area the cells are damaged, which particular area the brain tissue is damaged, okay? And that is why it's very important, okay, when somebody is showing symptoms of a stroke, to quickly get medical help. There are certain drugs that they can give to at least break up the clots to give to at least support blood circulation again.
OK， 所以一旦发生这个中风的话，你就要看到它是脑的哪一个部分受到伤害。如果是控制动作的部分被受伤，那就是你的行动将会有问题。有一些是说话有问题，有一些是嗅觉有问题，有一些是听力有问题。如果一旦是这个部分叫脑干，脑干是最重要的，它控制我们吞咽、呼吸、心跳。所以这个部分一旦受损的话啦，基本上这个人就没办法活了啊。所以时间非常重要，一旦及时送医院的话，通常医院有那些药物能够溶解掉那个被阻塞的那个部分，而把大部分就是能够把问题减到最低。
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, so that is what is this on the cardiovascular system. Okay, we spoke about lipids issues regarding cholesterol. Okay, we looked at heart attack, we looked at stroke. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll take a 2-minute break. Okay, go to the toilet, come in, then we will look at challenges and problems related to cancer.
OK， 大家休息2分钟，回来之后我们继续谈关于癌症。
Okay, see you back in 2 minutes, sir.
OK， 2分钟后见啊。
那你看，我是高血压，高血压会很多问题耶。 要订完哦，要叫他大量吃维他命 D 一个头，给他吃一下，看1个礼拜看他情况。因为他时常头晕啊的，因为他血压很高的，我的药有时吃，有时没吃。对呀，那个疫苗这样好打对哦，这样来2个试一下，1个礼拜大量吃。看节奏的。
累吗？XX。
Okay, are we all back? Okay, so we will resume, and the final topic for today is basically on cancer. Now, of course, cancer is a very big topic. Okay, and there are so many different attributes or components related to cancer. So what I'll give you today is an overview of cancer. Let's try to understand cancer as a big picture first. Okay, and there are a lot of details in relation to cancer.
好，所以接下来我们要谈癌症，这是一个非常大的一个主题哈。OK， 所以我们今天先来概括性的了解什么是癌症。
Okay, so when we look at cancer and what has been happening, okay, now of course it is something that is actually getting higher and higher, okay, all over the world. Okay, so let's just start off by looking at some of these numbers first. Okay, some statistics. Okay, and if we look at this chart here, okay, we will see that among men and women, okay, which are some of the most common cancers that actually affects them. Okay, and you notice that one of the most common cancers that affect men is actually prostate, which is also until today is still one of the most common. But many of the prostate cancer cases we are able to detect early, and we are able to save many of them, because why? The symptoms are very clear. Okay, but what we notice today is cancers related to the colorectal cancer is already becoming the #1 cancer. Okay, and this is not just in one country, but in many countries, both developed and developing countries. Okay, so and some of the common ones is like lung cancer, stomach cancer, liver cancer. Okay, and some of these cancers are much more dangerous than other cancers, especially cancer that is related to the lung. Okay, lung cancer kills a lot more people compared to other types of cancer. So we say high mortality. That means certain types of cancer that is very dangerous or fatal, that kills people. Okay, but generally there are many different types of cancer. Okay, and one of the most common ones that is getting numbers are getting higher and higher is colon cancer.
OK， 我们来看一下这个2015年的这个数字哈，显示男女之间的这个癌症哈。那对于男性来说，首要的我们要看的这个就是这个前列腺癌啊。但是前列腺癌实际上都可以通过早期的发现呢，而把它减低哈。因为前列腺癌的这个现象非常的明显啊。好，我们比较要注意的，现在威胁着人们的就是这个直肠癌，无论是男性或女性，都一直不断的在升高哈。OK， 都一直不断的在升高。那目前来说，最致命的一种癌症呢，其实就是肺癌。 看到吗？这个是目前来说造成全世界最高死亡率的一种癌症啊。还有女性的这个最常见的癌症，包括现在有这个乳腺癌。OK。
Okay, now a very, very important statistic is this. Okay, I've been teaching and telling many individuals, including patients and all this for the last 10 years. Okay, and these numbers have been catching up. Okay, and this year is actually quite significant. Okay, not because of COVID-19. Okay, COVID-19 just came suddenly. Okay, but when we talk about a lifestyle disease, 2020 is very significant because the statistics shows that people who are crossing 60 years of age, I mean those who are crossing 60 years of age from 2020 onwards, okay, 1 in 2 will definitely get cancer. That means 50% of individuals after the age of 60 from this year onwards, okay, will get cancer.
告诉大家一个可怕的数字哈，这也是现在最新的一个数字。从2020年开始，最新的报道显示，全世界的人口50%过了60岁以后，2个人当中就会有1个人会罹患癌症。
Okay, so we look at some countries, developing countries. This is US. Okay, now in US, the number 1 killer is heart disease. Okay, and cancer is very close behind, very, very close. It's almost catching already. Okay, and within these next 2-3 years, okay, in fact, this year, the number is already, cancer is overtaking heart disease already. Okay, this was about a couple of years back. Okay, and now cancer is already the number 1 even in the US.
好，这个是美国的数字哈，这是美国疾病预防中心的一个报道，在2013年的时候，当时的这个心脏病是居第一的，然后癌症是在后面紧跟着的。实际上现在的数字，癌症已经取代这个心脏病，成为美国人最主要的一个死因。
Okay, even some other countries. Okay, if you look at it, this is UK. In UK, you notice cancer is already the number 1 killer. Okay, it's higher than heart disease. This is UK.
这是英国的数字可以看得到心脏病已经凌驾这个癌症已经凌驾心脏病，成为最大的杀手。
Okay, Singapore number 1 killer.
新加坡也是一样，第一杀手也是癌症。
In Malaysia, overall in terms of grouping, it is already the number 2 killer.
马来西亚癌症现在是第2杀手。
Okay, and among the cancers, Singapore's data collection is very good. Okay, so you notice that in Singapore, the top cancer among males is colon cancer. In female, colon is number 2. Okay, and colon cancer is expected to be the highest, okay, cause of cancers, okay, going forward.
OK， 新加坡这个癌症协会他们收集的数字非常的准确所以在男性方面，肠癌、直肠癌是排第1，然后女性的话，直肠癌是排第2，第1是乳腺癌。
Okay, so we know that cancer is going to be the number 1 killer disease that is going to affect us. Okay, so today worldwide, okay, heart disease is still the number 1 killer. Okay, but probably in the next anywhere from 8 to 10 years, in the next 10 years coming, okay, we are probably going to see cancer being the number 1 killer in the world.
现在全世界最大的杀手还依然是心脏病，可是我预估在未来的8到10年，这个癌症将会凌驾心脏病，成为最大的杀手。
Okay, so let's try to understand cancer a little bit.
好，让我们来研究一下什么是癌症。
Okay, so if you look at cancer, there is more than 200 different types of cancer. Okay, and one of the characteristics of cancer is, okay, we call it uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells. This is one of the definitions that characterize what is cancer. Uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
我们癌症的种类超过200种以上哦。然后主要癌症的定义就是癌症是细胞生长失控而导致的疾病，然后癌症细胞不停的生长，产生新的癌细胞，挤压正常细胞的生存空间，在生癌的部位导致问题。OK， 这就是癌症的一个定义，就是整个细胞的生长失去控制。
Okay, and so some of the characteristics when you compare normal cells versus cancer cells. Okay, cancer cells, okay, their growth is out of control. That means they lose control over growth. Okay, and there is no rules. Our normal healthy cells have a rule to follow. Okay, that means how long they can live. Okay, and all that. Okay, that means in terms of growth, in terms of multiplication. Okay, our normal cells, okay, follows a guideline, follows a rule, but cancer cells is like cowboy, okay, got no rule, okay, and no control. That's number one. Number two, okay, our normal cell, when there is a problem, the cell can actually self-destruct. Okay, there is a medical term called apoptosis, okay, which is basically self-destruction. We call it cell suicide. The cell can destroy itself when something is going wrong. But cancer cells, okay, that particular control is not available. That means basically when the cell goes out of control, they cannot self-destruct. Okay, and eventually what happens is that cancer cells, okay, will crowd out. That means the number of cells that is cancerous, the number will increase very fast, and eventually it will take over your normal cells.
好，我们来看，基本上来说，癌症它会失去控制的一个繁殖，它是完全不照任何规矩的啊，所以一直不断的繁殖。然后一般正常的细胞一旦出问题的时候，它们会自我毁灭，就是会自杀。可是癌细胞是不会的啊，癌细胞已经是没有这样的条例了。然后还更重要的是，癌细胞会不断的成长，到最后的时候，它会排挤健康的细胞，而且反过来去控制健康的细胞。
Okay, and this is an illustration that shows the growth of cancer cells. Okay, sometimes they can reproduce every 2 to 6 weeks. Our normal cells have a guideline, okay, that is much more stringent. Huh? For example, you see what's happening here from 1 to 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 8, from 8 to 16. Okay, and their growth is uncontrolled. Okay, now, so what happens here is when you look at the size of a cancer cell, okay, when there is about 1 million cancer cells, okay, the size of that 1 million cancer cells is like the tip of your pin. When you take a pin, okay, and you look at the tip of the pin, the sharp point, okay, that is equivalent to 1 million cancer cells. When you get something as big as a small grape, that is already talking about 1 billion cancer cells. Okay, so sometimes when we get a small lump, okay, very common, sometimes when females, they find a small lump on the breast, okay, the lump might not be big, it might be just like a small grape, but there is already 1 billion cancer cells in that particular small grape size. That shows you the numbers.
OK， 我们来看哦，这个癌症细胞的分裂的成长是非常迅速跟可怕的哦。每隔2到6周的时间，它就会成倍的这样子来成长哦。那我们来看它的大小，癌细胞的尺寸，如果一个100万个癌细胞，其实它差不多像是一个针头这样的大小而已的。可是当它成长到一个小葡萄这样的大小，譬如说像女性的那个癌细胞，如果你感觉到肺部那个胸部有一个很小的一个好像肿块这样子哦，大概像一个小葡萄这么大小的话，实际上它的癌细胞的数目是已经达到10亿个了。
Okay, so sometimes when we talk about cancer, we use this word called mutations. Now, mutations basically means changes to the DNA. Okay, where did the cancer cell come from? The cancer cell came from a healthy cell that started having mutation changes. What is the main reason that causes these mutations? one of the main reasons that causes these mutations is free radical damage, oxidative stress. Free radicals attack our DNA, attack our cell, and causes mutation, and this mutation sometimes can become cancerous. Okay, so if you look in terms of timeline, of course the body got a lot of defenses. Okay, sometimes from